it's racing day, so right out here I can't hear a thing. Man, the fans are going wild. And these drivers came to rock, and no place else but Fox knows how to do it NASCAR style.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Hey now, here we go, race day. Don't you be going slow. Keep that pedal down on the floor. Push it to the top, can't take no more. Then hey, since the flag came down, I'll be here to the last lap around. Worked all week, it's time to play. Gonna get a little bit sideways. Hey, since the flag came down, be here.
Hello, race fans, and welcome to the Gillette race weekend. I know, it was supposed to be the Irish race weekend, but I can't get my Irish accent to come out very well. Right there, it was actually good, but on a lot of different things, I was doing really, really horribly. It kind of started to sound like a half Irish, half Chinese, half German, half some other nationality that maybe there isn't even one of them existing. But anyway, we are preparing for the Gillette race weekend, where I will talk in my normal voice, because I know that I can at least do that. Okay, so Timmy Pacioli is on the pole. Christian James will line up in second. Points leader Adam Chambers is third, with Steve Marsh in fourth. Before we go through the starting lineup, we're going to step aside here, take a look at the point standings. And why? Well, we're in race number 14. Then we'll have race number 15 at Loudon, and then the chase begins. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a look at the drivers that right now have a chance to secure themselves in the chase. Right now, nobody's safe by any stretch of the imagination. Nobody is in there permanently, because anything can happen in two races. Definitely, there's a chance that even the points leader, Adam Chambers, could fall out of the top 10. But anyway, we're going to take a look at the point standings, see who's got a chance to move up into the chase, who's got a chance that might fall out of the chase, and also, we're going to be talking during the course of the race about certain drivers that could get into the into spots number 11 and 12 because of having wins. A lot of them, I think there's only one that has 2 wins this season. That's Michael Harvey, who's actually starting off in 5th right now in this field. But everybody else who is outside of the top 10 that has at least 1 win, that's all they've got, is just 1 win. So if they were able to rack up a second win here today, that could probably ensure them a spot in the chase in either spot 11 or 12. We'll talk about that all through the race, but let's look now at the point standings heading into this race here at Daytona. Okay, so here's the way it looks. Adam Chambers is the leader, only a mere 7 points back is Brian Fleener. Angel DeSouza is 11 points back. Then it's Noah Cars, Michael Harvey, Timmy Pacioli, Alex Filter, Mark George, Matt Berg, and Nick Eggleston. Those are the drivers that, if the race ended right now, they would be in the chase because they're in the top 10. And take a look, it's only 26 points separating the top 10. Now here's the thing. Philip Stiller is only 4 points out of that 10th place position. Daniel Schwab is only 10 points out. Lisa Shears is only 11 points out. Andrew Gonzalez, he's only 15 points out. And Matthew Rodriguez is only a mere 17 points out. So it's only about 20 points separating 10th place Nick Eggleston from down to 15th. And there's a big chance that guys such as Pacioli, who's our pole sitter today, Filter, George, Berg, and Eggleston, they could fall out. And these 5 that you see down here beneath the red line could move their way in. But there's also a chance that we could have a new points leader here today, because if you'll notice, there's a very slim margin separating Adam Chambers from a lot of these guys in the standings. So let's head now to the green flag for the Gillette 200. Alright, so that's the way it looks. Let's take a look out at the starting order. It's Timmy Pacioli with Christian James. Then it's going to be Adam Chambers, our points leader, and Steve Marsh. Then Michael Harvey and Philip Stiller. These are a lot of names that we were just mentioning in that whole points system. Brian Fleener, second in the standings, starting only 2 rows behind points leader Adam Chambers. And then we got Jordan Hester to his high side. I still have to change that name. It says Adam Rose, but it actually is Jordan Hester. Then we got Doug Shears and Martin Zakala. Matt Smith and Nick Eggleston, who is in that very critical 10th spot in the standings. He could easily fall out of the standings here today. Angel D'Souza, third in the standings, only 11 points back. She rolls off there alongside Lisa Shears. Then it's Jake Cole, Wyatt Johnston, Chad Skinner, Daniel Schwab, Matt Berg, Kenny McCurry, Anthony Notter. He's another driver who could, with a win today, he could be in the chase. Andrew Gonzalez, Ben Stern, Robert Ban, Sean Galligan, Arnold Columbia. Then Alex Filter, he's in the chase as of right now. Noah Cars. Mark George, also right now in the chase. I believe he's 8th in the standings. Patrick Scroggins, who's been on a big hot streak as of right now. Vincent Marsh, Daniel Schwab, Cody Poe, James Bald, Alex Ban, Matthew Rodriguez, John Worry, Michael Scarn, Noel Stiller, Brittany Poe, Anthony McCurry, and Jacob Gonzalez. So the trucks will roll off for 10 laps of racing here. Doesn't seem like a lot of laps, but this is a big 2.5 mile super speedway, so it'll take them some time to complete 10 laps, and that's a big chance for some drivers at the back of the pack to move up to the front. One thing that I've noticed about Daytona is you end up having pretty much 3 sections, and they end up coming up in a series of waves. You have wave number 1, which are the guys that start at the front, who start this race off. Then you have the second group, the guys who start mid-pack. They come up to the front. Then you have the third wave, the guys that are at the very back. They come up to the front, and you tend to have that same pattern all during the race. The question is, which wave's going to be up front when we hit 1 lap to go? That's the big question. So we're going to be watching several different things here today. We're going to be watching the points battle for the lead in points. We're going to be watching drivers that are trying to stay in the top 10. We're going to watch drivers who are trying to stay or get into the top 10. Green flag in the air. Other battle we're going to be looking at is watching drivers who have a win so far in this season who are not in the top 10, trying to pick up maybe a second one to ensure a spot in the chase via most wins in the season. So now Pacioli with the lead. He still has not cleared Christian Janes up high, though. Now looks like he will do it with help from points leader Adam Chambers. And this is a very delicate race because 7 points, that's not a lot. And right now, it would be, I believe, a total of 10 points separating the top 2, Chambers and Fleener, who both now get caught up in that middle line. They may go to the back of the pack before all is said and done and open the door up for Angel D'Souza to become points leader as she's coming up that inside line. Look at this. There's Angel D'Souza, the 88 right there. Coming underneath Brian Fleener, coming underneath Adam Chambers. That could be problems. And there's Michael Harvey. Harvey may be thinking about his 3rd win this season. His last win came at a restrictor plate track, Talladega. He's getting drafting help in the form of Doug Shears, and a guy who knows Daytona well. He went to victory lane the first race at Daytona in the Oreo Truck Series, Matt Smith. They're 3rd on that inside line. They are 3 wide all over this racetrack. Meanwhile, it is still Michael Harvey, Doug Shears, Matt Smith, Angel D'Souza, Jake Cole. Those are the 5 down on that inside line. Up high, Pacioli, our pole sitter, Adam Chambers, Brian Fleener. They're all caught up there. Here comes Doug Shears with a full head of steam to the inside. Shears trying to come off momentum after winning in front of his hometown fans in Michigan at the Brooklyn, Michigan racetrack, Michigan International Speedway. Out in front, Matt Smith directly behind. Then a battle for 3rd between Michael Harvey and Jake Cole. Cole gets that easily with the inside line. Now he goes to work on Matt Smith for the 2nd position. Drafting help going to come in the form of Chad Skinner and Matt Berg. Matt Berg filled in the rest of the season for his injured brother Jake. He's been in that ride for probably about 6-7 weeks now, and he's got that 20 truck currently in the chase as we speak. So he is doing a great job right now in the 20 truck. But here comes Jake Cole to the inside of Doug Shears trying to go for the lead, and looks like he's going to get it. Coming off into turn number 1. Look at the 3 wide racing further back, though. Absolutely incredible. Meanwhile, it is Jake Cole, Chad Skinner, Matt Berg, and a battle for 4th between Doug Shears and Anthony Nodder. Nodder is one of those drivers who has a win this season already. Another win today could ensure him a spot in spot number either 11 or 12 in the chase. And coming up 5th on that inside line, that black and yellow car, that is Sean Galligan. We didn't mention him during looking at the way that the point standings were, but he's actually 16th in the points. If he could get a win here today, he could be a contender for the chase. Chad Skinner with the lead, but now it's going to be Matt Berg's turn. He's bringing along Anthony Nodder, Sean Galligan, and a few drivers who are up in the chase right now, Alex Filter and Mark George. Mark George is nicknamed Mr. Talladega, but we'll see how he does here at Daytona. Now Anthony Nodder gets a peek to the inside. Sean Galligan going to offer the drafting help. Matt Berg going backwards in a hurry as Anthony Nodder takes over the top spot. We're past halfway here in the Gillette 200. Vincent Marsh, Cody Poe, those are some other drivers starting to come up. Look at the two-car tango between Sean Galligan and Alex Filter. Boy, did they work that move beautifully in complete synchronization. Galligan now to the front. Filter takes over second. Mark George in a three-wide battle. They're caught in the middle. Vincent Marsh slides by for third. Here comes Cody Poe. Here comes Alex Ban. Here comes John Worry on that inside line. Michael Scarn and Anthony McCurry also coming up. These are guys who are at the back. We're at the back of the pack. We're finishing up the middle groove, or the middle of the pack, wave number 2 if you will. Wave number 3 suddenly starting to show themselves into the picture in the form of Alex Ban, John Worry, and Anthony McCurry. Vincent Marsh and Cody Poe now hook up a two-car tango, and they're going to the inside of Alex Filter. To the lead they go. Laps are winding down quickly here, and they all have been able to mind their manners so far. We may have a complete green flag Daytona race, which would be absolutely incredible. But the question is, who will emerge victorious out of these 42 trucks? If they're all going to finish on the lead lap, all going to finish within maybe 3 seconds of each other, who's going to be the victor? Here comes Cody Poe to the inside. Cody Poe been putting together some great finishes here in the Truck Series. Came in mid-season, but he's coming to the front here in Daytona. Michael Scarn and it looks like Matthew Rodriguez also starting to come up to the front. Kenny McCurry's there. Noel Stiller is there. Jacob Gonzalez is there as they continue to race. 3 laps to go. Few other drivers back there from wave number 1 starting to move their wave back up. Doug Shears and Adam Chambers are on that inside line trying to make their way back up to the front. But it's all Cody Poe out in front. Michael Scarn runs in second. Matthew Rodriguez third. Jacob Gonzalez. Then Kenny McCurry. That's the top 5. Here comes Michael Scarn to the inside. Rodriguez, though, has thoughts about the lead. He goes 3 wide for the top spot, and he's going to get it. Drafting help from Jacob Gonzalez. Matthew Rodriguez is out in front. Matthew Rodriguez ended up going to victory lane in a non-points event, the Oreo Truck Series All-Star Race, but here today he is out in front here at another restrictor plate track as 2 laps to go goes up on the scoring chart. Suddenly we're seeing some more new faces. Brittany Poe, Noel Stiller, Kenny McCurry there in second. And here come Doug Shears, Mark George, and points leader Adam Chambers suddenly showing themselves back up in the top 10. Kenny McCurry now makes a move to the inside. He's no stranger to Daytona. He took a win in the Mobile One Cup Series, the season opener for the Mobile One Cup Series at Daytona. He goes to the lead. Mark George takes over second. It'll be the white flag this time, 1 lap to decide it all. Kenny McCurry with the lead. Mark George there in second. Mark George going to try and put a move to the inside. He's got the inside. White flag in the air. Kenny McCurry led that lap, but Mark George has the inside line. Last time that Mark George went to victory lane, it was a long time ago at Las Vegas. He's out in front. Brittany Poe is second. Doug Shears runs there third in that inside line. Adam Chambers, James Ball, they're all on that inside line trying to win the Gillette 200. Brittany Poe now gets to the inside. She's got the inside advantage on Mark George. Brittany Poe trying to become the second female winner in the Oreo Truck Series. Now Doug Shears right on the back bumper. Could Doug Shears be able to make a move and go back-to-back in 2 race weekends? He's going to try and make a move to the inside perhaps. Here he comes. Adam Chambers offers the drafting help. Can Shears get alongside and take the win? No! Brittany Poe's too strong on the outside, and Brittany Poe goes to the win here today at Daytona. Brittany Poe with a great run here today in that car. The number 29, Doug Shears, was hanging tough there. And how about Adam Chambers? A great finish for our points leader. That's going to help him out a lot as far as keeping the points lead. And that may have secured him his spot in the chase. I'm not certain. We'll take a look very shortly. But let's take a look now at the finishing order. What a finish. There you go. Brittany Poe is the winner. Doug Shears finishes a very impressive second. Mark George in third. Adam Chambers, the points leader, a great finish in fourth. And James Bald in fifth. Daytona seems to be a really good place for him. Then we've got Kenny McCurry in sixth. Martin Zakala seventh. Matthew Rodriguez finishes eighth. Daniel Schwab in ninth. And Noel Stiller in 10th. Arnold Columbia 11th, Jacob Gonzalez 12th, Jake Cole in 13th, Michael Scar in 14th, and Cody Poe in 15th. Matt Smith finishes in 16th, Vincent Marsh in 17th, Christian Janes 18th, 19th is John Worry, and 20th is Robert Bann. You know what? I'm not seeing very many drivers who were actually in the top 10 in the chase. I don't see them up here at all in the finishing order. Let's go further down the leaderboard. Alex Bann in 21st. Jordan Hester, finishes in 22nd. Anthony McCurry, 23rd. Wyatt Johnston, 24th. Philip Stiller, 25th. He's one of those drivers trying to get in. Sean Galligan finishes in 26th. Alex Filter, he was in the chase coming in. He is 27th. 28th, Steve Marsh. And here's where it gets interesting, folks. 28th and 29th, Matt Berg. 30th, pole sitter Timmy Pacioli. Those are two that were in the chase. Noah Cars, 31st. Lisa Shears, 32nd. Michael Harvey, 33rd. Nick Eggleston, 34th. These are all guys who were up there with a chance to either get in or fall out of the standings. Angel D'Souza, 3rd in the standings, 37th behind Chad Skinner. Patrick Scroggins, 38th. 39th was Ben Stern. 40th, Andrew Gonzalez. 41st, Danny Voss. And Brian Fleener, who came in 2nd in the standings, only 7 points back. He drops a long ways down, finishes dead last in this race. Boy, he's got a lot of work to do when we head to Loudon next time. And before we go, I just got to say here that Jared Crocious, who's been making quite a stir over in the MFNPRA Coca-Cola Custom Car Series, he is scheduled in the Snickers Cup Series race here at Daytona to drive the 38 car. Now here's the catch. Front Row Motorsports has announced that if Jared Crocious can finish top 10 with that car, he will be signed for the rest of the season in the 38 car, therefore replacing James Bald. So he's not only going to be racing for a good finish, he'll also be racing for a contract to run the rest of the season for Front Row Motorsports. So that'll be very exciting. But before we even get to that, we got the Mobile One Cup Series cars coming next. So congratulations to Brittany Poe, becomes the 2nd female driver to win in the Oreo Truck Series. The other one was Lisa Shears at Infineon. So, congratulations to Brittany Poe. She goes to victory lane here today. Hope you'll tune in next time when we all head to Loudon for the Oreo Truck Series. That will be the final race before we begin the Oreo Truck Series chase. For everybody here at Daytona, I'm Seth Cole. Hope to see you guys next for the Mobile One Cup Series here at Daytona. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA, now merged with the NCG MRS.